Hey, good morning and welcome to another episode of the Probably Unemployed podcast. I'm John and he's John.
Hey, good morning.
And today we are going to be going over a few submissions again and giving you guys some good or maybe not so good advice.
All right, let's get into it.
All right, so we have 3 submissions today. 3 different friends of mine. Actually, 2 of them are friends of mine. One is actually somebody that I don't even know.
He's a weirdo, though. Thanks for the submission.
Yeah, thanks for the submission. So, we all 3 are pretty lengthy, so we think we can definitely get some good substance out of this. Anyway.
Let's just hop into it.
Let's just jump right into it. This is our second episode, so hopefully things will be a little bit more smooth, and, we'll be able to...
Maybe John will stop continuing to just blab and blab and blab.
Yeah, maybe John will stop being a cynical asshole. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first submission. This one is the one that comes from the person that I don't actually know, so there's definitely not going to be any bias there. So let's just get right into it and start reading. Okay, so this is his story. Back in early 2017, I got a job working a graveyard security job. During the late hours of the night, I would go on an app and I would just chat here and there. This whole time I was married, and I never thought things would get bumpy in my marriage. Well, one night...
Pause.
I'm sorry.
All right, again, we're going to keep coming in and out of this thing. Don't do that.
The app that he's referring to is basically just like an anonymous app where people can just like share secrets and talk to each other anonymously.
Yeah, like let's say like you have a fascination for feet. You could potentially say that. Like I don't have anything for feet or anything like that, but if I did, I would go on that app. So.
Yeah, it's kind of an app for just like all types of people. There's a lot of weird people on there, and there's a lot of people that just kind of like to explore their fantasies on there because it's totally anonymous and no one really knows who you are on the other side of the phone. So okay, anyway. So he would go on the app and he would chat with people here and there anonymously. So he says, well, one night I picked up role-playing through text. For people that don't really know what I mean, it's erotic storytelling with a partner that plays a character that they choose. Well, one night, I downloaded the app secretly, without my wife knowing, and things got pretty hot. Me and the other girl were feeling it, and she was sending me pictures back and forth. I myself didn't send anything, but was loving every bit of it. Well, my wife snuck and grabbed my phone and read everything. I suddenly wake up from getting slapped across the face and being called a cheating asshole. Even though I never sent pictures or knew this person personally, my wife makes it seem like I slept with her by how detailed my writing was. Well, at least once a week, I get called a cheater, and I've tried numerous things to win her trust back. My question basically is, what else could I possibly do? We've been married for 5 years and together for 11 years.
Okay. First of all, I want to congratulate on John's reading ability.
Thank you.
It has improved tremendously over the last couple of years.
Yeah,
he came from nothing. He's here though.
Started from the bottom. Now we're here.
Yep, English. All right. I kind of have 2 things. You've been together for a long time. Clearly, communication's the key. I'm sure you know that. You've been in a relationship for many years.
Now, I just want to compliment this guy on apparently his writing is fucking amazing because it was so good that his wife was like, you fucking cheated on me.
Yeah, you used commas, apostrophes.
Yeah, no, this guy was like,
proper adjectives.
Writing a fucking erotic like 50 Shades of Grey through this app. Yep. Okay, so let me see. All right, we're going to give our opinions on this.
Well, my opinion is that there's like 2 types of cheating. There's physical cheating and then there's emotional cheating. Now, you didn't do either because you didn't physically cheat. You kind of like, you wrote something, but that's like the gateway drug to banging other women.
It is a it's yeah, I would agree.
Now, if you were going on like fucking dinner dates with I was about to say a derogatory term for young ladies, but I meant just If you're going on dates with young ladies, buying them steak and shit, asking about their feelings, that's something else.
What are you saying?
Well, like this emotional cheating, you're trying to get to know these women.
Okay.
On a personal level. Now, if you're just out there, looking for some fucking material to masturbate to later, you know what I mean? It's whatever. But again, women don't think like that. You gotta say, be honest with her. Like maybe you're not sexually satisfied in a way. You know what I mean? Again, what do you think?
Okay, so to call this cheating, I feel like maybe that's a stretch. Because it was never anything in person. Like, you never actually knew this person. You never hooked up with her or anything like that. I mean, I would say it is frowned upon. And I do understand why the wife would be upset about it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. No
I
doubt.
mean, like...
if you're driving on a road and you stray off the road a little bit, you still strayed. It's not like you didn't stray onto the sidewalk and took out a human being. You got close.
Yeah,
but,
it's kind of like you just kind of skimmed on the water.
So definitely understandable why the wife would be mad. What I would do is do something really, really sweet. Don't buy her shit. Don't buy her like fucking diamonds. You know what I mean? For an example, I would make something personally. I don't know what that was, something that would be personal to her, and then after you give it to her, like, hey, can we talk? I want to get past this. I love you. That was some bullshit because I was just bored.
This happened in early 2017, though, so I mean, this is still going on.
Oh wow!
Like,
this happened
early 2017.
Oh yeah.
So it's 2 years.
Well, he says he got a job working grave shift.
Oh yeah, that's true.
The whole time.
But he does make it seem like this happened quite a while ago.
Okay, well.
So it seems like
talk to her, man.
Maybe this woman's really spiteful.
Yeah, again, man. I would say do something sweet. If you are capable of making something, make something.
Now, I do want to go ahead and just say, if this is not already implied, obviously don't do it again.
Fucking duh.
Like, I mean, I'm just saying, let's start there, don't, if you really are committed to this woman and, you love her, obviously you guys have been together for a long time, like 11 years in total. So, I mean, if you really plan on staying with this girl, obviously don't make the same mistake again. It was maybe just it was a weak point for you. But if you are serious about winning her trust back, honestly, the only thing you can do is just keep showing her every day. I mean, you just have to give her constant reassurance.
That's true. Like when you break trust, like I've been in relationships where trust was broken, and honestly, like the relationship continued, but it was never the same. Straight up, like it was always in the back of your mind, but again, like you can, like John said, John with an H, like the devil's given, you know what I mean? Sorry, that didn't make sense, but
no,
it's a terrible name.
Did not. Okay.
But you just gotta do it every day, for as long as you can.
It's every day, bro.
That's a stupid.
I hate that song. I'm sorry. I know that was a dumb reference. I hate myself for that. Yeah, man.
What else could you do?
I mean, what else can you really do? I mean, you have to keep trying. Like
Did you give her complete access to your phone? How about that?
That's honestly, I would hate to be that guy who does that, but that is a good way. That's a good way to.
Point, you're in a relationship. You've been married for 5 years. You've been together 11. Why do you guys like have anything separate from each other? I can understand maybe like bank accounts and like money. You know what I mean? Because that's literally your money.
A lot of married couples have joint bank accounts.
Well, yeah, but I would understand that. If that's like one of the lines you draw, like, hey, this is my money, this is your money. But like your phone though, give them access to your phone.
Yeah. Honestly, to this guy, I know that sounds extremely like overbearing.
Really?
It does, yeah. Because I mean, it's
You've
still
been
like
together for 11 years.
Yeah, but you still want to have some sense of like a personal life. I mean,
you got friends.
I would hate to.
If you have friends, good. You hang out with your friends. You can have a separate like.
But
life.
I would just hate to feel like I'm constantly being monitored like a fucking child.
If you're not doing anything wrong.
Yeah, it's not that though.
It's
It's
whatever.
it's the principle. Like, would you like to have your girlfriend just constantly checking your phone? Like, you walk into your room and you just see she's like scrolling through your phone.
No, I wouldn't care.
No, that kind of pissed me
You
off.
got shit to hide, John.
No, I don't
What
have
are you
shit to
hiding,
hide.
man?
I don't have shit to hide.
What do
It's
you
just
hide? What videos do you have on your phone? Let me see your phone.
no,
No? All right.
I don't.
What do you got on there?
I
man?
don't have anything terrible. Okay, but
Are you sure?
it's the principle of the
Have you
matter.
have anything saved deep down that you haven't maybe checked out in a while?
Like a
You got some weird videos, bro?
no, I don't have weird videos.
Then let it fucking go. Just,
Oh god.
Like if you're in a relationship for that long, honestly, I don't find any. Like obviously, if you start a relationship or something like that, and like it's been a couple months, there's really no reason to give up your phone privacy for that. But it's been 11 years. You guys have been together for so long. Just think of anything, like, give her access to your phone. I say to do something sweet, make something if you can make something, maybe write a letter if you can't do shit because you're not talented at anything.
Yeah,
think of
honestly-
some sweet words, and like maybe wait till like a date that's memorable to you both, or maybe go to a place that you guys are that you have a good memory with.
Yeah.
Give it to her and like, hey, I want to talk, have a serious conversation. I'm sorry, I messed up. I was just bored. I work a night shift.
And just let her know you regret it.
Yeah, I regret it. And
I
hopefully, and like after that, you're still gonna be working. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it's a progress, like everything is.
Yeah, and actions speak louder than words. You can't just sit here and say over and over, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." You have to do things like he said. Like take her somewhere that's special for her, or make something for her, because when you make something, it's so much more meaningful than just going out and buying something and spending money. Anybody can spend money and buy something, but if you put time and effort into making something,
And it doesn't have to be like something super.
you can
intricate.
make like a macaroni picture.
No, yeah, that could be sweet.
She can put it on the refrigerator for everyone to see.
Like a well crafted letter, not too long, just that would work too. You know what I mean? If you literally, if you can't make anything,
Yeah.
If you maybe fucking go on YouTube and look up some arts and crafts.
Yeah.
Just yeah,
If she's white, you can make like a live, laugh, love plaque, because white chicks love that shit.
yeah. Okay, we'll see that John is racist.
I'm not racist. I'm white.
Okay.
I just know where stereotypes are.
All right. Well, I think that's pretty much all that
Yeah.
I can think of, to be honest. Again, there's probably a little bit more intricate details in your relationship that you can think of to do something, maybe. But it has been anyway.
It's been quite a while.
Yeah. Again, do something sweet. Talk to her. Give her access to anything that she wants access to. And I wish you the best.
Yeah, boy.
Shut the fuck
Okay,
up.
I'm sorry. Okay.
All right.
I hate myself for that. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the second one. Is that the second one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this comes from one of my friends that lives out here. All right. It says, I have a friend whose name is Alyssa that texts me all day, every day about her love life problems and about how depressed and anxious all the time, and how she's depressed and anxious all the time. And I need to figure out how to nicely tell her that I need some space, or I need her to ease up on it. We had a third friend, Kristen, who completely cut her off, but Alyssa made it seem like she did it out of nowhere. Come to find out, Kristen said she couldn't handle her anymore because her mental health was pretty bad, and Alyssa's stuff was affecting her too, which is the same situation I'm in now. Also, Alyssa has been hospitalized for a suicide attempt and hung that over Kristen's head. That's a poor choice of words. So I'm afraid she's going to do the same to me. I don't mind, and I'm okay with people coming to me and talking to me when they feel depressed or anxious, but I can't take her constantly bombarding me with it. I'm also afraid of her doing something and there being nothing I can do to stop her. So how do I tell her that I need a little space, or maintain a balance with her. I don't want to be held emotionally hostage, but I don't want to completely cut her off. Damn, dude, this was
hard as fuck.
Fucking this is a
man.
difficult situation, dude. Oh my
it's
god.
crazy.
This is our hardest one yet.
Yeah, well, yeah.
No, it is, man,
Well,
because
for real.
when somebody's mentally like
You need to get her help.
she needs help.
She needs a professional.
Yeah.
If she's not seeking professional help, she needs professional help.
She does need professional help, but she also does need a support system of friends. I mean, like I don't have the greatest mental health either, you know? Like, I know how it feels to be in this position that Alyssa's in, but obviously I've never like held
People
things.
emotionally hostage.
Yeah, no, I never did anything like that, but she's in a dark place, and she is clinging on to these
other
friends.
people, right?
And it's what she needs, but she's doing it to the point that she's literally sucking their happiness away.
Right. There's like a ton of analogies, you know what I mean? Like when I was going, I did some scuba diving back in the day. This is on a random tangent, but it just made me think about it. But like when you do some, like when you're trying to help somebody because like they're freaking out, and if you're trying to bring them back to the surface and they're freaking out, you got to kind of like push them away from yourself, and like almost even kick them because they'll drag you down too. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So if you hold on too tightly, they might drag you down with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's a good analogy.
So you gotta like let go, but you can't just. But you gotta let go in a proper way. And sometimes if you let go, and they'll look to themselves for help. So I would I would go to them. And honestly, me personally, it depends on the person. Like if it's like an acquaintance and people are asking me for help, I'm like, nah, fuck you. Like I don't give a single fuck. You know? But like I have friends, and if they were to come to me, I would have no problem talking to them about this shit. I'm that kind of guy. I have plenty of fucks, I guess, to give for friends, but for other people,
Yeah.
I have no fucks.
Right.
So I feel like I would never be in this situation. But again, like I said, I would go talk to her. You know, like communication is key. Honesty is key.
Yeah,
you
but
gotta
see-
tell her like, hey, you text me all the time about your problems, and don't get me wrong, I'm here to help you, but you know I have a life, and your moods and your depression or anxiety is affecting me to the extent that it's affecting my life.
No, and I know that like she doesn't want to be that direct with her because she's honestly afraid of how this girl's gonna take it.
Well, you got
So
to.
You have like
You know what I
okay,
mean? Like,
you do have to just
You gotta
kind
be
of
honest, but you gotta,
yeah.
you know, and sometimes once it's said, like, you know, when you're in a relationship, you don't want to be in a relationship no more, and it's like a long relationship. You gotta, like, yo, I'm not happy anymore, and it's gonna suck at first, but it's gonna be good for both people, and it's gonna same situation. You gotta be honest with her, like, hey, this is affecting me in an extent that it's affecting my life. I don't want this to affect your life, but you're losing friends because of it.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of just have to let her see what it's like. I mean, you know, like, so Kristen cut her off, and then what? And then she attempted suicide, and is holding that over Kristen's head, like you brought me to do that, and that's honestly such a fucked up thing to do to somebody. Like okay, suicide is a serious matter. It is. It's a very serious issue, and a lot of people suffer with these tendencies. But you can't sit there and blame one person and say that they're the reason. It's because they're not. They could have been the reason that you got upset, but the reason that you wanted to commit suicide is because your mental health is not well.
Right.
It's not like this person literally said, go outside and kill yourself right now, I want you to die. Like, that's not how it happens.
Yeah, I think like John was saying, like, you shouldn't feel guilty if the worst were to happen. And don't get me wrong, like, you know, at if something like I've had friends that ended their lives, and at the same time, it's like,
Have you really?
Yeah, I've had.
Oh my
a
God.
couple actually. But it's like at the end of the day, it's like you know, they made that decision, you know, and as terrible as that sounds, it's like there's nothing really you could have done. You know what I
No,
mean?
honestly,
Well,
if somebody's gonna do it, they're gonna do it.
right.
And
And there's gonna be calls for help and stuff.
yeah, there you will notice like patterns. You
And,
know, like
and it's hard because maybe like this friend is just like she's texting every day, and like it seems like every day is a call for help. You know what I mean? And like and you're trying to be helpful because okay, what is this? Is this it? No, but like I said, I feel like you gotta go to her, kind of have like an intervention or maybe 1-to-1, and be like just straight up honest. Because honesty the best is the best, and if she takes it wrong, you gotta. It's hard because you gotta say it the right way, but you gotta be honest. And now and then like lead that conversation to her getting help. You know what I mean?
yeah, I mean, if she's not already getting help, like you need to kind of push her to do that because you know if she is getting the help that she needs, if she's not getting it right now, then if she does get that help, you know she could be a better person to talk to. You know she might be a little bit more emotionally stable to talk to and not just be extremely negative and a killjoy. So I mean, if she's not getting the help, you know, you need to make sure that she's getting the help.
And also, if after you do all that and it doesn't work out, you got to be willing to cut her off, because sometimes rock bottom is where you find help. You know what I mean? Like she's like, you got to picture an image. She's like clinging, trying to get to the surface or something like that, and she has all these ropes, and like you're like a rope. Now, if you cut the rope and she falls down to the bottom, it turns out that there's an exit down there. You know what I mean?
An exit.
Like did that make sense?
Kind of. I
Well,
mean,
it's like if she loses her friends, if like again, like if all this doesn't work out, like you talk to her, be honest, lead her to something help to get help, and at the end of the day, it doesn't any of that works out. You got to let her go, and then she has to figure it out, and hopefully she does.
yeah.
I don't like that you don't like my analogies, John.
I do like your
You
analogy.
don't have an imagination. You don't picture things correctly. I'm thinking about the level of your intellect, and
I'm
it's not very
listening.
high.
What are you
You
talking
don't have an
about?
imagination. So,
I told you I understood your analogy.
John's roommate came in and she has the loudest bag on the planet. It's made out of plastic. It says Marshalls. We're both judging her immensely.
I think it's just you.
No, he's judging you. I can see in his eyes, and I can read his eyes actually. There's words and it says, I'm judging you. So, have a great day.
All right.
She went into her room. Now we can have silence. Thank you.
Okay. So, you're fucking good. Yeah. No, I didn't. It wasn't that I got your. It wasn't that I wasn't getting your analogies.
You just don't have an imagination.
That bag was just very distracting.
Yep. Super. No, don't blame it on the bag. It's okay.
Now,
Yeah.
look. Honestly, I'm just gonna say, like, before we end this, before we end this submission, this is a very intricate issue, and I feel like there's really no right answer for this because there's kind of like there's something bad about either way you go. What I would just say is what I can say is just be delicate with the situation, be delicate with her, you know, let her know that she is loved. You know, if you are going to be direct and just say, hey, you know, you're being a little negative lately with every time we talk, and I just kind of have my own mental health that I'm, you know, dealing with too. You know, you can tell her those things, but assure her at the same time that she is loved and that you are there for her and that you're not going to abandon her. You know, kind of just give the good with the bad. You know, that's all. That's really all I can put into that.
Yeah, you know, I think we said enough. I really appreciate the submission. That was pretty
serious.
Pretty serious.
It's a pretty deep topic.
Deep as fuck.
Yeah.
So deep.
All right, so hopefully the last one's a little bit more lighthearted.
Did you read any of these?
I read the first one. I like to kind of just read them as we do it. It's,
Okay.
yeah. All right, last submission. All right, here we go. So, she says, I have a question about friendships. I have a lot of people I really, really care about. I have a deep desire to be there for these people, to support and encourage them, and make them feel loved. Unfortunately, I tend to be a non-invasive person who is generally pretty quiet. So I make it my goal to tell them that I love or care about them, and that I'm here if they ever need anything whenever I see them. And I try to always be the person who will show up no matter what when I'm wanted or needed. Okay, where the fuck is this going? In short, I don't have a lot of words, so I try to make up for it in action. But the majority of the people I care about don't live anywhere near me, and I really struggle with that. Being so far away often means I'm not an active part of these people's everyday lives, so I try to keep up with them the best I can through text and social media. And every time I see someone hurt or struggling, I want to buy a plane ticket and show up at their front door to hug them and do whatever I can to make them feel better. Oh, obviously,
as fuck, bro.
Obviously, I can't do that, so I try my best to reach out and let them know that I'm here and I care and will do anything in my ability to help them. But I always feel like when I send this message, it doesn't come across as sincere. I think that they feel like I'm just being nice and don't realize how much I care for them and deeply want to be there for them, and truly will talk till 5 a.m. or whatever I can to be there for them. How can I help them understand that even though I don't always say a whole lot, I do truly care about them and anything they're going through, and I am sincere in wanting to be there for them. This doesn't...
Sounds hard, right?
No, it doesn't sound hard at all.
Really, I think so, because like, I want to go back to the two previous questions. Like, the guy, I think if you make something, like, instead of, like, you could text people all day, and, like, let's go back to the previous, like, the girl just text them every day, blah, 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 blah. Like, you get desensitized, because it's just a text, and he's like, you texting, and it's like, alright, I get it, you care about me. You know what I mean? What I would do, in your situation, because I assume you're a female, right?
Yeah, she's a female.
I would make a card. You know what I mean?
What the fuck?
Well, you're a female. Like, hey, if you got these girlfriends, like, make a card, send them, like, hey, care about you, blah, blah, blah.
No, I don't
You
think,
don't think so?
a card is so insincere, dude.
What do you mean
fucking
insincere?
buy cards. You buy generic
I
cards.
said
at
make
the
a
store.
fucking card, dude.
Okay,
Not,
no.
no, buy a card. No? Like,
I
why?
don't
Why?
think so.
Send them a text. What would you do? Like,
What I would
as
do?
a female, I don't know. I would assume.
Okay, so she's saying that she struggles with sounding sincere, and because she doesn't talk
you
much.
fucking
And,
take a writing class.
uh-huh.
Okay. Is that what you're trying to say? Take a writing class, learn some new, like, get some new fucking adjectives, some nouns, say, look up at the source and get different meanings for love, and give that a shot. Thanks, John.
Are you being serious?
No.
No?
Are you serious? Is that what
That's
you're
what
saying?
that's what she said. She struggles with sounding sincere.
It's because you're texting, and I'm saying texting every day or every other day, saying the same thing over and over, and in different ways, doesn't mean shit after a while.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's not like you can buy a plane ticket for every friend you have who lives in fucking North Carolina. All right?
I don't know where you're going with
I'm
that.
going with...
You don't know where her friends live?
I'm guessing it's not fucking California.
This woman lives in Virginia.
Oh, yeah? Where you from?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting that you're from Virginia.
Yeah.
I keep thinking you're from North Carolina.
I don't know why.
I don't know, because I feel like you're fucking weird.
What the- Okay, that, alright.
But yeah, like, again, you can't fly to them. And I'm personally saying that if you text too much, it gets overbearing because you can't.
I'll tell you what I would do. I would call these people because I feel like a phone call you can hear someone's tone of voice whenever they're saying things.
But then, like, at the same time, people are busy. You know what I mean? It's like,
well, that's why you message them like, "Hey, are you busy later? I want to call you. I want to talk to you."
but you're gonna call all your friends?
Well, I
How
mean,
many friends you got? Like 20 friends?
I mean, I'm sure.
Hey, Samantha, let me call you real quick.
have a 30-minute conversation. Well, fucking Karen, gotta call Karen now.
Well, I'm sure not every single one of her friends.
Karen's like, she just got back from her job being a lawyer because she's a strong and independent woman who went to school and did it like a professional. Right now, she's coming home. She has 3 kids. Husband's bad bitching because he's not happy in the relationship. And now fucking Ashley calls in and says she wants to talk to you for 30 minutes, tell you how much she loves you. Right? You don't got time for that. You gotta get lunch ready because you're getting your kids ready for school tomorrow. Gotta do laundry. The husband's being a bastard. He's going out with the boys, drinking. He's not happy because he's not a lawyer. You fell in love with him in high school. He's a loser. He's a janitor.
Yo, it's a very specific situation. It's very...
you know what I mean? So you gotta... I feel like I'm just defending my stance. But I feel like if you just do some sweet things...
Literally,
say like I care about you.
All of her friends are not going to be going through tribulations at the same time.
You don't know that. Life sucks.
It's not like, I got 10 friends that are about to kill themselves today. Like, if I don't talk to them, it's not like that.
Alright, I would spread it out. I would do sweet things, and then like maybe call every now and again. And don't do it like every day. You know what I mean? Because an everyday thing is just it gets overbearing.
Yeah, and yeah, like what you were saying, like when you text the same things over and over, yeah, it is going to kind of sound like a broken record. Like you're just kind of saying it just to say it, like because you feel like that's what they want to hear. So that's why I would try to make an effort to say, like, hey, are you busy this weekend? I want to call you and talk on the phone with you because, I really am worried about you. And literally,
and maybe not even like once a week because that might be a little bit too much too. Because I'm saying like every other week. Give them a call, because it's gonna be a long call. Like have a long conversation.
Yeah, it's gonna
really
be a lengthy call. Like that's why
Yeah.
I'm saying, like you want to ask them, like set aside some time. I want to talk to you. But I mean, you just like assure them through text message. Let them know, like look, this might sound generic, this might sound played out, but I really truly mean it when I say that I am here for you, and you can message me whenever you want. I mean, I don't think that's hard. I don't think it's hard to let them know, look, this might sound generic, but I promise you that it's not. And
All right, John, take a writing class. You'll be fine. That's what you're saying.
That's not what I'm saying. I know it's not her writing. It's maybe the fact that she's just saying those things over and over, and it just kind of loses its meaning after a while. You know, so it kind of loses its power. So that's why it's not really her writing. I just think she should assure them, like, look, this might sound like I just keep saying this, but I really truly mean what I'm saying. And I would love to just fly out there and be there for you and hug you and console you. What?
Nothing.
Okay.
All right. I think that's terrible advice.
I think that's
honestly, I'm sure it was all right. I blinked out for a minute, like you were talking. I was like, stuff was coming out, and I was in another realm for a little bit.
Okay.
All right. So, what was our advice? Have we agreed? There is somebody like fucking scraping paint outside or something. I don't know what the fuck is that.
That is the sound of my dryer.
The dryer?
Yeah.
Oil it up.
What do you think scraping paint sounds like?
Obviously not that.
Well,
but,
apparently you did.
I'm lost, dude, because I'm trying to...
So that's what made you zone out.
Yeah, I'm just... That's like a horror movie sound. It's like...
Yeah, it's terrible.
Someone's coming for my life.
Yeah.
But... Yeah.
Yeah, it's a terrible sound.
You fix that, man.
I need to get it fixed.
You fix cars. You build wooden boxes. Don't get me wrong. They're not great. But you build
These
them.
are good wooden boxes.
They're kind of garbage.
Don't look at that one. That was my first one. This one's okay.
Yeah, they're garbage. You're getting better. Practice. But fix the dryer, bro. You're an electronics technician.
Yeah.
And you're a mechanic, too. You can't fix a dryer?
I can. I just procrastinate. A lot. I don't know. You gotta fucking pull it out and turn it upside down and...
More than me already.
Fuck with
Looks
it.
like you're on your way.
No.
Alright, so what was your advice for her again? Let's just
make time to talk on the phone, and then just kind of reassure them that the things you're saying may seem generic, but they're really not. They're really not just things that you're saying just to say.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I don't know.
I say do sweet things. Don't don't be consistent like an everyday, because it's just gonna be overbearing. So, all right, you want to end it?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that sound is really terrible. So yeah, that, honestly, I'm not trying to insult her at all, but I mean, I don't think that issue is really that serious.
Well,
I think.
issues are bigger and smaller for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you look at your leg and you got like a festering wound, and you're like, oh, heal up. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
A couple weeks later, you're dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's like some people's. It's just they're different people, different things.
Different strokes for different folks, like what Dr. Phil says.
Okay. All right, end the podcast.
All right, so yeah, thank you guys for your submissions, and I just want you guys to know that we are not just going to be doing submissions. We are going to be doing other things on this show. It's just that after our first episode, we had 3 other submissions, and so we just went ahead and kind of did the same thing for episode 2.
We're gonna do submissions still. It's gonna be like segments.
Yeah, it's just, but we do want to add some variety to the show, and we just want you guys to know that there is going to be some variety. So, we plan on things to just get better in each episode and each subsequent week. It's, hopefully we're going to build, and, this can be a really great thing. So if you guys like it, if you guys like the show, please subscribe, show your support, share it with your friends, and just give us any type of feedback that, we could do better on. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.